Your hands tell a story. They can communicate that you are confident and comfortable, or that you're nervous and fearful. My name is Kyle Murter. I'm a public speaking champion, author, and coach. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 hand gestures which will make you look nervous when you're speaking, and how you can replace them with more confident hand movements. The first gesture, which we see all the time from nervous speakers, is gesturing really small like this. You know what I'm talking about? The person who looks like they're a little T-Rex as they're speaking. Yeah, when you gesture like this, it makes everything you say less impactful, less powerful compared to when you have your hands outside the width of your body. You see, when you gesture out here, when your gestures are bigger, you have more impact, more influence, and more presence as you are speaking. So try and avoid gesturing really small in this small little sphere and bring your hands out here, and you'll have a far greater impact. The second mistake, which is perhaps even more common, is people bringing their hands together as they're speaking. This gesture is problematic for a few reasons. Number one, it can cause you to start fiddling and rubbing your hands, which makes you look nervous. Number two, it creates a barrier between the audience and you. And then number three, if you gesture and keep bringing your hands back together in the middle, well, it looks like you're playing an instrument after a while. To avoid doing this gesture, try and keep your hands by your side when you're speaking, and then when you do gesture, bring them out here like we spoke about before, and then just put them back down. Bring them out, put them back down. You don't need to keep your hands here and be gesturing like this. The third mistake is gesturing too low. And I'm actually going to change my camera angle here for a second. You see, a lot of people when they gesture kind of gesture down here like this as they're speaking. Instead of being up here, they're down here. And when your gestures are low, your energy is low. It brings down the energy of the room, it makes you have less impact, and it makes you look like you're a little bit tentative to actually gesture in front of the audience, which of course makes you seem nervous. What you want to do instead is bring your gestures up here. We call this the kind of sphere of influence, from your, I would say, your lips all the way to your belly button. Gesturing anywhere there makes you seem a lot more competent, confident, and compelling as you are speaking. It brings more energy, but it also gives you more credibility too. Fourth mistake is weak gestures. This is where you sort of move your hands around, but you don't really commit to your movements in any way, and you seem a little bit like meh as you're speaking. Again, weak gestures make you seem less credible, make you seem like you care not very much, and make you also seem like you're a bit unsure and therefore not committing to what you are saying. The way to avoid this is to have more firmness and commitment behind your gestures. Don't just move your hands in a sort of manner like this. Instead, commit to the gesture. Have a bit of force behind it. Have some intention behind it. And you will come across a lot more impactful again and a lot more confident as you're speaking. Finally, a gesture which we see from a lot of politicians is the closed fist. The British Prime Minister, David Cameron, often used a gesture like this when making his point in the House of Commons. But let me ask you, how does it make you feel when I gesture at you in this manner? Makes you feel a little bit under threat, doesn't it? I don't seem as nice, as friendly when I'm gesturing like this compared to when I'm gesturing like this. And your audience will feel the same if you're meeting them with literally fists. They're going to feel more under threat. The reptilian brain is going to feel that you are not on their side necessarily. But if you have open palm gestures, now your reptilian brain calms down, right? Because the audience see that you have no weapons, that you mean no harm, that you are potentially on their side. So avoid the closed fist gesture and have the open palm gesture instead. Now, if you want to take your hand gestures to the next level, if you want to impact your audience as much as possible, something you might want to consider is one-to-one coaching. This is where I help you craft and deliver your presentations. When preparing it, I'll give you feedback on your content, so your structure, your storytelling, and then when you're practicing it, I'll give you feedback on your delivery. So that will include stuff like hand gestures, but also how you're using your voice, how you're using your eyes, how you're using your body language to move the room. And ultimately, together, we'll work to make the presentation as effective and powerful as possible. So if you're interested in receiving coaching like that, send me an email at kyle@confidencebydesign.co.uk.